Hey guys, Infidel 1258 here. Today we are going to get into some conversations on the new vouchers. Chaos Legion vouchers are out. You are earning them if you're staking SPS. I earned 8 yesterday across my 2 accounts, and it would have been probably 12, but I had about 9,000 SPS that was just unstaked, actually by accident. So that's fine. 8 vouchers. They're selling for $24 US each. How is anybody going to afford a meaningful amount of these packs? I want to talk about that today. Also, we got some loot chests we're going to open for the daily rewards for one of my accounts. Got them geared up here, ready to rock. We'll open them in a minute. But first, come over to Hive Engine with me. Look at this. Where is it? Okay, tokens. Look at this craziness. So SPS has fallen down to 80 cents. I'd love to buy a big chunk of SPS if it goes down to say 60 or so. DEC fell down to 1.3 cents per, and now it's up 1.35 almost. Look at these voucher costs. Every voucher right now is selling for $25 US. And Chaos Legion packs are selling for 18. In order to get a Chaos Legion pack right now, you have to have a voucher, and then you have to spend $4 US worth of cryptocurrency to pay for the pack. So I need to spend a voucher, which is worth $25, and $4 of my own money for $29 in order to sell a Chaos Legion pack for $19. And I understand what's happening there. I mean, people are just wanting to get some of that value back. They spend $25 to get a voucher. They spend $4 to get a pack. That's $29. Then they come in here and they sell the pack for $20. They really only put out $9 to get a pack. And no, they don't keep those cards, but they do get the airdrops associated with it. They do get the opportunity to get the legendary summoner that's in their name. They do get, the opportunity to get the promo airdrop card. So there's a lot there, and there's certainly a lot of value associated with having access to many, many packs right now. But, for people like me and almost certainly, most of my viewers, I don't know how we're going to get a meaningful number of these Chaos Legion packs. If vouchers go for $20 each, I was thinking if they went for $5 each, I could take a big bite. But $10, I was like, I'm just going to get, 200 or 300. At $10 per voucher, I had decided mentally that was I was still willing to spend those vouchers on packs, and I was willing to do so to the limit of the vouchers I would earn just by receiving my airdropped vouchers. But at $25, I have to liquidate that. And this is not me saying I'm bearish on Splinterlands. It's not me saying I don't love the Chaos Legion packs. I'm not super excited. I am super excited about Chaos Legion. But for me, this has always been, there's a cost benefit analysis that has to happen when I buy any asset, whether it's land, SPS, DEC, certain card, and whether or not I sell a certain card. Right now I'm selling a few of my Kelp Initiates. They're at $22 right now. It's a card that cost me pennies. It's a great card. I want that card. I don't want to sell it. But when the value reaches a certain point, you just have to say to yourself, I could reinvest that value in a really effective manner. And these vouchers, wow, $24, $25. So I sold 8 of them today, and now I've got 263 hive that I'm. Now the question is, do we put in DC? I think 1.3 was probably the bottom for DEC, and I think we're going to see another surge up. But I don't know that. That's just me guessing. Maybe I take it and I put it right back into SPS, because SPS is at 80 cents. And like I said earlier, it was at 90 cents recently, and I think $2 is in the near future possible. But then again, maybe I put it into DEC just so I can go buy cards, because as you know, there are so many deals over here, in my opinion, under the rewards. And even if you're just looking at getting just a moment ago I said to you, the Kelp Initiate selling for $22. And by the way, we're giving away a Kelp Initiate in the upcoming tournament. So if you're not already registered, make sure that you do. Come over to events. Get over events. Come on. Come over to events and sign up for the TNA third tournament. Here we go. So here it is, TNA Recruitment Tourney. Oh, it's coming out on October 22nd, which is 4 days away. It's a 12-hour round. It's $35 worth of value, but it's actually way more than that because that's what it was when we posted it, and Help Initiate and the other card being offered have spiked huge. So let's look, it's 50 DEC to play. There's 43 participants. If we get over 188, I'm going to throw $25 US worth of cards at the next tournament. I'm offering a Kelp Initiate for number 1, which at the time when we listed was worth $9. Now it's $22. And at the time we listed, I was offering a Wavesmith $3, and then now it's, I think, 6 or 7. So the point is, the cards are very expensive, and you should register for the tourney. But actually, side point, like I was saying, now that I've got 263 hive that I could liquidate, that I got as a result of my daily vouchers, of course I want those vouchers, of course I want the Chaos Legion, but then this value, we can reinvest it in interesting ways, like, you know, like I'm doing with these Kelp Initiates. These are great cards, just like the vouchers are great assets to have. But if you can sell them for $20, $22, $24 per token or per card, what could you do with that? And that's why I'm selling some of my Kelp Initiates, and that's why I sold some vouchers, because there are too many assets in here that are really woefully underpriced, and over a long enough time horizon, I'm convinced that they will become the next Kelp Initiate. I mean, you've seen me talk about it before, but how is this thing any worse? This is the Pellicor Conjurer. Oh, of course. Here it is, Pellicor Conjurer. Very much the exact same thing as a Kelp Initiate. Yes, this card is like, I think 20 times more common because they've issued 20 times more copies of this than they ever did for the Kelp Initiate. But over the lifetime of the Kelp Initiate, which is say 2 years, a year and a half, something like that, I think it's fair to say that in a year and a half, Pellicor Conjurer is going to see massive gains also. And it's not because this card is amazing. It is good. It is good. And it's crazy you guys are selling it for 17 cents, 18 cents. But it's just, my point is that these are all deflationary assets. There's only so many of them to begin with, that we burn copies of them or merge them, which lowers the supply. At the same time, the demand is increasing. You can always come over to Explorer and you click on Dashboard, and you can see that the demand is increasing because you can see the number of daily transactions, you can see the number of spell books being sold, you can see the number of accounts, daily active accounts, which were at average of 350,000 daily active accounts. Yesterday there was 420,000 daily active accounts, whereas I remember playing like 3,000 people in this game, and so 10,000 people was like a big day. And so this is the growth that drives my point. Because I've heard people say, you know, there's too many of these cards. There's too many Pellicor Conjurers. That's why the price is where it's at. And they go over to the data that I've showed them before, and they say there's only 9% of the cards having ever been issued. As that supply gets released, the price will come down even farther. That's what they say to me. And I'm like, no. Yeah, it did come down. It did dip. It was at like 7 cents, 8 cents. Now it's at 15, 18. Some of them are spiking already. And yes, this is a factor, and it's absolutely a thing you want to understand. And this is the supply component of the equation. But the demand component of the equation is being left out of those conversations. So if the supply is 20 times, but the demand is 40 times, you know, the supply doesn't matter. And even if you ultimately want to say to me that something like the Pellicor Conjurer is not as good as the Kelp Initiate, which I would disagree about, but let's say it was just somehow inferior, it's at least in the same ballpark. And this is the analysis that you guys need to do for yourself, because I personally am going to be buying at least 100 extra Pellicore Conjurers that I'll just sit on. And in 2 years' time, I'm going to be doing the exact same thing I'm doing today with the Kelpie Initiate. And some of you will enjoy that with me because you see that you have that vision for the future. But others just feel like you're always going to get a better price. You don't want to commit to buying now because you think there'll be a better price tomorrow. That's the whole point behind dollar cost averaging. When you find an asset that you enjoy, that you believe in, you buy a little today, you buy a little tomorrow for the whole period of the next 6 months or a year. And by the end of it, you're going to be surprised by how much you've accumulated. And also, in a year or two from that point, you're going to be surprised by the appreciation on those assets. And as far as I'm concerned, it's a lock because of the nature of these cards. But of course, if you don't like the game, if you don't believe in Splinterlands development, if you think these cards are terrible, then just keep selling them for 17 cents and I'll keep buying them. And I guess that's probably the best arrangement we can make. But as far as I'm concerned, these are exciting and these assets are too cheap. So yeah, let's buy a few right now. Let's buy, let's see, 20 cents each. I got 80 bucks. Oh, the market's down. No, the market's down right now. I definitely would buy like 80 more if I could. But okay. Assuming I can even open these, give it a shot. This is from my gold level. And you get 5 extra loot chests because I have a potion reward. Is that what they're called? A quest potion. Yeah, quest potion. Nice, a gold Venari Wavesmith. That's huge. I think I got the Koof. Just kidding. Hopefully. Seriously, Venari Wavesmith. What are you going for? Venari Wavesmith, $50. There it is, guys. Game rewards you for your time and attention. Get into Splinterlands. Get into Discord. Sign up for the TNA tournament. And leave a comment below. Thanks for your time and attention. Have an amazing day. God bless.